So yesterday we had an interesting look into the minds, the perspective of Wuthering Waves haters. Today we're gonna go deeper, much deeper, and see how unhinged these people could get. If you haven't already, I urge you to go into yesterday's video and take a look at the comments that were posted there. They were pretty damn, they were hilarious. Okay, here we go. Wuwa is such a great game, clown face, that it only gathers 5% of the amount of Genshin player count. So much for being such a great game. So I do like the fact here that this person apparently has exact numbers, exact concurrent player numbers for not only Genshin Impact, but also for Wuthering Waves. Yesterday, okay, we covered Google Trends and how Wuthering Waves worldwide over the last month was at quite a peak when compared to Genshin Impact. Okay, it is almost comparable to it globally in the last 30 days. But Wuthering Waves only has 5% of Genshin's player base or player count. Yeah, 5%, chat. This right here is a 5% difference. Yep, 55, 69, that is such an insignificant, minute difference. Not just that, let's take a look at let's just take a look at social media even, right? Okay, 3.4 million views, right, for the Carlotta Resonator trailer. 120,000, 120,000, 150,000, 160,000, 170,000, 140,000, 360,000, 250,000, 200,000, 340,000, 440,000, 400,000. Evidently, they get a lot of views on Twitter. Let's take a look again. Let's compare. Okay, 2 million uploaded on December 31st. Wuthering Waves uploaded December 29, 3.4 million. So let's just ignore the fact here that Wuthering Waves tweet there has almost 70% more than Genshin's. Right here is 1.6 million for the whoever this character is reveal. 1.1 million for that. 190k, 300k, 190k, 140k, 300k, 200k, 100k. So evidently they are pretty close in terms of total views across social platforms. Pretty close in terms of search volume. But apparently, it only makes up 5% of the total Genshin player count, right? Only 5%, definitely. If it was only 5%, then it should be getting 5% of the total search volume, 5% of the total viewership on Twitter, not being equivalent to, or even in some instances exceeding. But you know what? That's just one comment. Just one comment. Let's take a look at another one. All right. Here's a comment from 9 months ago. My bet is that Wuthering Waves will be dead in 2 to 3 months after release. 2 to 3 months after release, chat. 2 to 3 months after release. That is the best case scenario. The game is really weak and cheap if you compare it with Tower of Fantasy. Wuthering Waves is a weaker and cheaper game than Tower of Fantasy. Wow. Can we just go back and look at the trending worldwide trends for Wuthering Waves versus Tower of Fantasy. Okay, well there you go. Where Wuthering Waves is at a 100, Tower of Fantasy is at a 2. When they are at an 82, Tower of Fantasy is at a 2. What does Tower of Fantasy's Twitter look like? All right, 5,000 views, 7,000 views, 8,000 views, 12,000 views, 4,000 views. Wow. Yeah. Accurate. There is the 5%. Yeah, that right there. Wow. Now, I do want to point out, okay, chat, after reading this guy's most recent comment, I actually clicked his profile and decided I was gonna take a look and see if he posted anything else, because he's made multiple posts, multiple comments over the course of the last several months alone. I have another one for you. Take a look at this one. This is from just 3 weeks ago. Oh, come on. Wuthering Waves has a low player base. Check Sensor Tower. Because that is so accurate, right, Jed? Yeah, Sensor Tower. Sensor Tower is a very accurate source to quote, to cite, when it comes to active player communities, active player totals. Wuwa is on 21st place or something in gacha games. First place at Game Awards can't happen. And by the way, 11-plus-year-old free Unreal Engine 4 graphic engine decreased chances slots. Laughing emoji. What the fuck does that even mean? So people are beyond stupid? I know. Oh my god. It gets better, Chad. It gets better. You wanna know why? Because here's another one from him. This was when Wuthering Waves was absolutely wrecking numbers ahead of its 2.0 release when they debuted all 5 of their resonators. Phoebe, Rochia, Zani, Brant, and Carlotta. And all of them were getting like 2 to 4 million views. They were shattering records for a gacha game. And that was the video I made. He goes, well, okay. Wuwa monthly revenue dropping every month dramatically. At least Sensor Towers say so, and so far it is accurate data. It is already not in a top 30 games, and I believe once November data will be available in a couple of days, we will see where Wuwa right now. P.S. About 3.5 million views and 1 billion likes in a Wuwa post. It's all about bots pumping. Laughing emoji. Reddit 266,000 users all the time. Only 171 online. Bullshit walk money talks. Laughing emoji, laughing emoji, laughing emoji.
Kids from South Park. Oh,
I'm sorry, that's just how I envisioned this guy sounds.
Sound like, what's his name? Carlton? No. What's the guy with the chubby guy?
Cartman?
Cartman! That's what you sound like.
Get off of Sensor Tower. I know, why is he quoting it everywhere? Every one of his comments are like, Sensor Tower says the revenue is low, that active players are low, therefore the game is dead. And then he goes on to state that Kudo are botting all their numbers on social media, chat. They're not real. Clearly, you, me, we're not there watching them. They're all paid bots. All freaking paid bots, man. I'm sorry. If you guys thought those numbers were real and legitimate, you're lying to yourself, chat. I'm sorry. That is the harsh reality right now. Explain why things are running better. Why do people think that source is reliable? It has been debunked multiple times. I don't understand why. Maybe we're all bots? Maybe we are. Maybe we are. Okay, let's move on. Here's another one. This one's from John Smith. Another content creator who rides the overhype train and wants more views as much as they can farm. In the end, Genshin is far better than Trash Wave. Even overhyping 2.0 can't compare to Genshin 1.0. I'm sorry, like this guy genuinely thinks Genshin 1.0, the basic Genshin with nothing else added, no other characters added, no features added in future versions, is better than 2.0 Wuwa. What? Can you hear the Carmen? Is this Tower of Fantasy White Knighting all over again? This is something. Oh my god. Riding the over... Oh my god, that content creator wants views! Oh no! If only we could have successful YouTube channels while getting 0 views. All of us would be an overwhelming, a monolithic success, chat. If only YouTube paid us for not getting views, we would all have highly successful YouTube channels. Even our resident Hoyoshil would say Genshin 1.0 would ship. I'm sorry, like there is no world where Genshin 1.0, you might think Genshin, what we're on now, like 5.3 is better than 2.0. That is totally valid. You can think that because Genshin has had numerous quality of life improvements and just improvements made overall to the game. But 1.0 Genshin is a much worse game than 5.3 Genshin. This was made on a TikTok, I believe, or a YouTube short, I forget. So this was about how this person loved Zani's voice actor, right? They were praising Zani's incredible voice actor. And this guy goes, that's just Ganyu, but from Temu. And I got 119 likes from Genshin players. I'm sorry. I like Genshin character models. I like Ganyu, okay? If you go to my YouTube channel and you look at my profile picture, you will see it is Ganyu. Like, it is Ganyu, right? You can see that. It's visible right there. But Ganyu, that doesn't even hold a candle to Zani, dude. Like, come on. Oh no, it's a blue-haired character with horns. Wow. Although Zani has white hair. So this is a white-haired character with horns, right? So what are they even implying is a resemblance? The fact that she has a demon horn? Is this the first, like, horny goat character they've ever seen in a gacha game? I'm genuinely curious. What? God, that is... They're making weird-ass, like, comparisons when there are none. She's also an adult. She is? Yeah, exactly. All right, next one. Here we go. So this was in reference to how good Wuthering Waves was doing recently after 2.0. And this guy goes, Wuwa is not even close to 10% of Genshin. Flopping Waves fans always talk trash and then top on misinformation. Japanese give Flopping Waves 2.0 only 200 million yen in 4 days, while Genshin is 1.8 billion yen in 4 days. Never mention Genshin with Flopping Waves. Yeah, numbers here, 200 million, totally, yeah. And then they say, Flopping Waves fans always talk trash and top on misinformation. And this guy is standing here talking trash about Wuthering Waves. He's literally the very textbook definition of what he is claiming is done by the community that he so strongly despises. Sure, buddy, right? Crying? Yeah. Proof? Trust me, bro. It happened. It happened. You just gotta trust me. It's true. Have I ever lied to you? No. No, that is the logic. You know, here's a number. Oh man. All right, next one. This one is from, so Mr. Pokey did a video where he was praising Wuwa 2.0 and he said it was really good. This is a comment he got. I'm disappointed in you, Pokey. Wasting so much time and then praising this mediocre clone of our beloved Kingshin Impact. Shaking my head. God forbid you like a game, right? Mr. Pokey said, I like Wuwa 2.0. And he is being bombarded with hate comments from non-Wuwa players telling him he should not like it. Imagine saying you like a game and then having other people tell you that you can't like it. This might be sarcasm. I genuinely hope it is sarcasm. 100% hope that's the case. But you go through his comment section and there are dozens like this. So either everyone is being sarcastic or they're all a bunch of fucking idiots. All right. You guys ready for another one? Here we go. This is also in reference to Mr. Pokey. Pokey, you gave the Black Shores an 8.5 out of 10. It was really bad main story quest that you think is a character quest. This is the reason I can't take any of your reviews seriously. They're low effort, your reasoning is weak, they are even contradictory. And so Mr. Pokey was like, the Black Shores patch was an 8.5. This guy's like, no, it's bad. It's bad. I can't take your reviews seriously. They're low effort and your reasoning is weak. Who cares why you like it? If you went into the Black Shores and you're like, I like it, I give it a 10 out of 10 because Shorekeeper's a babe, that is valid. It doesn't matter why you gave it an 8.5. People telling you can't give it an 8.5 is crazy. Psychotic. Suppose you're like, I know, right? Okay, here's another one. This was on Reddit. Wuwa has been found dead in a ditch. RIP LMAO. That was for the Gacha revenue report from Sensor Tower 5 days ago. Yep, once again, people taking Sensor Tower revenue as fact because people love doing that. I don't know why. It has been debunked repeatedly. People just love pretending like that's an official source, even though the CEO himself came out and was like, this is the highest revenue we've had since launch. Dude, this guy calls it withering revenue. This guy says, and people said Wuthering Waves was the Genshin killer. It cannot even get into the top 10. Does not even surpass Uma Musume. Can't even break into the top 10. The top 10, according to the Gacha revenue site, right? So there is a new Gacha revenue site that is created by I don't know who. Now, this is not fact, okay? These are, as stated here. Okay, let me zoom in. The figures shown are rough estimates, okay? Rough estimates, which mean speculation, all right? Right now, here, the top 10 consists of games that are making 90, 50, 50, 40, 30, 30, 20, 20, 19, 18, all right? Even if this were true, okay, the CEO himself, Solid, released this, where he states, Wuthering Waves has achieved its highest single-day revenue since launch, okay? Highest single-day revenue since launch. Now, I want you guys to take a look here at the revenue for Wuthering Waves at launch, okay? See this? 45 million. This is according to Gacha revenue, 45 million. So if we're using this as fact, then we need to use this as fact. If we're using this as fact, and Wuthering Waves is achieving numbers even higher than launch, 45 million would, in theory, place it above Genshin Impact, which only made 44 million combined. Now, you might go out here and say that the revenue might taper off over the course of January, sure, but if sales are already higher than over the course of 2.0, as sales continue to dwindle, they will still theoretically peak higher at every point than 1.0 did, which means the 45 million will likely be even higher. So by this logic, it might be closer to Honkai Star Rail at 50 million. Who knows? Could be closer to Zenless at 55 million. Who knows? By this train of thought, using this as fact for whatever ridiculous reason, Wuthering Waves would be in the top 5 easily. Seeing comments like this saying not even top 25 is hysterical. It is such high copium, I cannot feasibly fathom the mentality behind. They do want the gacha PvP back that fast, yes. They cannot live without it. So they ripped the original gacha revenue thing and have decided to, publish it like this. So it is absolutely ridiculous, but at the same time, hysterical, because they're claiming it is doing terribly, but then the CEO publicly states that it is doing the best ever, and therefore, by the same train of logic, it is doing better than 1.0 did. These people, they just cannot, they cannot process this, and instead continue to just claim wildly that the game is doing terribly. It is second or first on PS5 downloads, depending on region. That is also true. Yes, it was #1 on Bilibili as well. It is absolutely soaring everywhere, and people continue to just try and bring it down. But realistically, you know what they're doing? They're just helping the game succeed even more, because they're just continuing to talk about it, which makes more people look at it. It's hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. It is literally doing the exact opposite of what they are hoping it does. Hey, where do you think you're going? I see what you're doing there. I see you navigating on over, scrolling on over to that X button. Don't you dare. What I need you to do is take a moment and click one of the videos that are about to appear as soon as I'm done talking. And trust me, you're gonna want it.